Welcome to Pivot Point. I'm Nik Michael, the podcast about transformation, the moments that change us, challenge us, and shape who we become. We'll hear raw and honest stories of resilience and renewal from people who rewrote their lives after loss, crisis, or trauma. My goal is to inspire and empower you through their vulnerability and strength. Find Pivot Point wherever you get your podcasts. Welcome to Pivot Point Strategy for Change. I'm your host, Nik Michael. Each week on this podcast, we explore one simple but powerful question. What happens when life forces you to change and you actually do? For some people, a pivot point is emotional, a heartbreak, a loss, a realization. But for today's guest, the pivot point was physical. Her body broke down and then taught her how to heal. We often think of healing as something that comes from the outside, from pills, plans, or protocols. But what if the power to heal was already inside you, and all you needed was to turn it back on? My guest today is Michal LeBaron. She is the founder of Chronic Illness Solution, and her story is nothing short of remarkable. Years ago, Michal was bedridden, her body collapsing under the weight of autoimmune and genetic disorders. Doctors had no answers. Every protocol failed, but she refused to accept that this was the end of her story. What she discovered wasn't just a treatment, it was transformation. By working with the nervous system itself, the body's stress and healing control center, Michal found a way not to just manage her illness, but to fully heal. And now she's helping others do the same, turning off the chronic stress response, allowing the body to repair, and redefining what true recovery looks like. Her pivot point didn't just heal her body, it gave her a mission. Michal, welcome to Pivot Point Strategy for Change. It's so wonderful to have you here. I'm very excited. You know, I realize that you may certainly have had numerous pivot points throughout your life, moments that shaped you in profound ways. But for our listeners, tell us about a pivot point that stood out for you most, one that changed your relationship with yourself, with your body, and it changed in a lasting way, and that we can all learn from and be inspired by. And of course, as I'm sure there are other powerful moments along your journey, we'll have to talk again in the future to explore those also, but I'm very excited to hear from you. So what's the one thing you wish every person struggling with chronic illness could understand about the link between trauma, the nervous system, and healing? What is something, the one thing that you wish?
Yeah, it's hard because people's belief systems are so limited that I don't know if they would hear what I would want to really say.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I think what I want to say
Yeah.
right now is it really is possible to heal and to have the body be in a completely healed state. And the body is already attempting to do that. And there's just certain things that are limiting it. And every person I've ever seen go through a process like I'm describing has become fully healthy in an average of 4 to 6 months. Like, it doesn't take years. It doesn't take supplements. It doesn't take these other things. And so if something's not working that people are trying, it's just like, don't give up. It's like
Yes,
there's
good.
another way.
So be persistent.
Yeah, and you probably haven't heard
Yeah.
about this stuff. So just be open to learning.
So looking back, what do you now see as the true pivot point, the precise moment when healing became possible for you? What do you identify as that moment? Just generally understand that.
I have thought about this long and hard over the years, and I think it really comes back to the moment in the recliner when because I really just decided it's an inner choice, and I just decided I'm going to heal. And there was no evidence or proof that that was even possible.
That's it.
Nothing on the outside changed. There were no new practitioners. I just decided I'm doing it. And that is the moment because after the decision was made, my brain could then see every opportunity that it couldn't see before. Like something opened up in my reticular activating system. And all of a sudden, I could see all the things, right? It's like when you buy a new car and you see the car everywhere.
Yes,
That
yes,
same thing happens. So we have to make an inner choice. I am
yes.
going to heal and it's outside our comfort zone always. And it's usually very unknown what the journey's gonna be. But me being willing to say I'm not staying where I am, that was the most powerful decision always ever that I've ever made in my whole life.
I You have no idea how amazing it is to hear you say this and to have this description from you and how well, again, you have put it. It's exactly what I'm always looking for. And I get so much from hearing this. And this is what I look to have others hear and to inspire them. So I want to thank you for giving that response. It's true to your heart and what you've been doing. It's wonderful. So how has this journey changed how you see yourself, not as a patient, but as a whole human being?
Too many things for me to put into words, but I feel like this is the gift of a lifetime to get to be myself and to know who that is and to be constantly discovering it. But it's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
now I'm my biggest hobby, and I don't mean that
Yes.
in a egoic way.
No,
I'm
no.
like, wow, I actually enjoy being myself. I want to be myself, and I want to live in my life, not because it's a fantasy, but because it's not, because it's real. And I want to show up and face challenges, and I want to learn and grow through them, and I want to feel everything that comes up in my life, and the ability to navigate life with a sense of peace is like priceless. I feel like that's what people are really wanting. And I think that's just a side benefit of becoming inwardly healthy and not just like trying to get rid of symptoms, but it's like, oh my gosh, like this is what I want to give the world is the ability and freedom to be themselves and the ability to discern what is in the highest good and go do it and just see all these magical synchronistic things line up in their lives and to acknowledge and like then the next step is that our passions and our purposes and our callings and the things we love start to like get born and expand and grow, and that's just so beautiful. So that's what I want for people. That's what it's like.
Michelle, thank you for sharing your powerful story with us today. Your courage in facing such overwhelming physical, emotional, and mental challenges, and your willingness, really, to speak openly about them is truly extraordinary. It takes a rare kind of strength to turn pain into purpose and to offer your journey as a source of insight, hope, and healing for others. We're deeply grateful that you chose to share this space with us and with our listeners. And we honor the resilience, the vulnerability, and the wisdom that you brought to this conversation. Your story is not only inspiring, it's a gift. I can't thank you enough. I appreciate all that you've offered us and gave us today.
Thank you so much for having me. You are such a wonderful host.
Thank you.